Hello everyone, this is Lalita Singh and you are going to study science with me in class 7. Today we are discussing our 19th chapter that is called Wastewater Story. Okay, now in this chapter you will learn about what is wastewater, what is sewage, what are the harmful effects of untreated sewage, okay, an alternative method of sewage disposal septic system. How to reduce water contamination. Okay, just see the picture over here. A child is taking bath. Okay, in bathing, what does he use? He use soap and water. But after the use, the water become waste. Means now after taking bath, the water which is going to removed from the floor of the bathroom, it is a wastewater. Every day we use a large amount of tap water in our home. Most of the water we use is for cleaning, washing, cooking or bathing. Okay, only a little amount of water is used for drinking. The water which is fit for drinking is known as potable water. Means now the water which can be drinked by us, okay, which can be we can drink the water is known as potable water. The water that we use for other purposes make the water dirty. The water become dirty as it get mixed with the several chemical substances or waste like shampoo, soap, detergent, human waste, etc. So the water that has been used for some purposes, okay, is known as wastewater. Why? Because as we have used the water, okay, because of the use the water quality has been reduced. Means some of the unfit substances which are not fit for consumption of human, okay, they mixed into water and now because of it the water is wastewater. The water come from the household waste and industries is wastewater. Wastewater come from household waste, from toilet, sink, bath or garbages, cloth washer, etc. It comes from industry as well. Understood? Now, what is sewage? Any type of water that is unfit for use is wastewater, that we have already established. Okay, the common example of wastewater include water that is discharged from household, offices, industries or manufacturing plants. Thus the water contain waste from various sources is called sewage. Okay, all the water which is not fit for drinking, which is having some chemical impurities in it or some of the substance is present over there, which is waste, which is not fit for human consumption, is known as sewage. Okay, the sewage contain many dissolved and suspended impurity named as contaminant. We are calling them contaminant because after consumption they can cause a disease in a person. Okay, so these contaminant can be summed up as the follow. For example, the first one is organic impurity. These include human waste, animal waste, food waste, soap, detergent or pesticide, etc. Okay, means when these waste are mixed into water, they are termed as organic waste because they can be decomposed by the organism, microorganism. Next is inorganic impurities. These include nitrate, sulfate, phosphate, metal, etc. This can't be decomposed by the microorganism. Okay, now next is nutrient like nitrogen, like phosphorus, okay, which we have used as a fertilizer in field, can also be present over there. The next is bacteria and other microorganism. These may cause disease like typhoid or cholera. You can see over here we are having a picture of sources of sewage, where the sewage is coming from. In house it come from sink, toilet, shower and washing machine. In hospital it's come from hazardous chemical substances and disease causing germ. And in factory it has operations of industries and manufacturing plant, office, toilet, sink, hotel, toilet, shower, sink, washing machine. Okay, in this way school is also over here, which is causing contribution in the formation of sewage. Okay, so in this way all the sewage has been formed and they are eliminated. Okay, because sewage is a wastewater which is not needed. Understood? Now next is harmful effect of untreated sewage. Just imagine if we are disposing of the sewage in the nearby water body, what will happen? The disposal of sewage can have a significant effect on human health. If sewage remain untreated, it can lead to many problems. For example, if untreated sewage is discharged, okay, untreated sewage contain lots of harmful bacteria, parasite, fungus, virus, etc. that can cause infection and disease. Okay, next is it can lead to both surface water and groundwater pollution because it is having some impurities over there, some of the substances which are not healthy for the person, so obviously they are going to pollute the surface water as well as groundwater. Next is it contains lots of toxic chemical that can kill marine life. Okay, the fishes living in the sea can die because of it. Next, sewage from leaking sewer pipe can enter the white water pipe and contaminate them. Means when there is a leakage in sewer pipe, okay, it will leach or it will release into the soil, and from the soil it will leach into the underground water, and in terms it will pollute the underground water. Okay, now next is untreated sewage may cause blockage in drains and they encourage mosquito and fly breeding. So if there is untreated sewage which is having lots of solid substance as a waste material, so it can clog the drain. Okay, it can block the drain, and if this happen, the water will get accumulate over there and the mosquito will grow, and if they will grow they will bite you and they will lead to diseases, so it is not good. Next is it can lead to dirty and stinking surrounding. If a harmful sewage is over there, what will happen? It will start to smell because of the rotting action done by certain microbes, and in this way it will give you a stinking surrounding, a smell which is not tolerable. Okay, sewage contain a lot of germ and impurities. It is unfit for uses, and if drained into river or lake, it will pollute the water, and many of the aquatic animals will die because of it. Understood? If we are draining this sewer, which is very harmful for us, into a water body, what will happen? They will get mixed into the water body, and the living organism which is living in the water body, they will suffer because of it. Okay, they will suffer because of it, because they are continuously drinking this water. It will pollute the water, many aquatic will die. Okay, and therefore before discharging it must be treated very carefully. This is done in sewage treatment plant, STB. Okay, sewage treatment plant or water waste treatment plant. Okay, the term sewer is often used by us in this chapter. The meaning of this term is underground pipes for the collection of sewage. Okay, sewer is what? Underground pipes for collection of sewage is called sewer. These underground pipes form a network of sewer to carry and transport the sewage generated from household to sewage pumping station, where it can be pumped out. Okay, for treatment and disposal. It is called sewer system. Okay, now see over here, we are having an activity to do. In this activity, we have to study the sewage route in our home and or in our school. Okay, for this, walk along the street of the school or house to find out the number of manhole. Take help of the cleaner and an adult to follow an open drain and find out where it ends, which living organisms are found in it and around it. In case you do not have a sewage system in your locality, found out how sewage is being disposed of. Make a line of diagram to show sewage route. Okay. Now next is wastewater story. Wastewater story means what is the story behind the treatment of wastewater. Okay, wastewater treatment refers to the process of removing contaminant from wastewater. It includes physical, chemical, biological process to remove physical, chemical and biological contaminant. We know that wastewater contain lots of kind of contaminant. It can be physically picked out, it can be a chemical substance, or it can be remains of dead and decaying organism. Okay, so the waste are which type? It is physical, chemical and biological. So it is treated by the physical, chemical and biological method. Okay, the wastewater generated from our home or factories is taken into the ground by set up pipe which is called sewer system. It is then flown to the wastewater treatment plant. Okay, and where it is now treated. Now let us understand the process of treatment of wastewater. The very first process in this is screening. Okay, the very first process in this is screening. The first step is to pass the wastewater through a bar, through screen. You can see over here it is a net-like structure through which water can flow, but physically bigger substances can't. Okay, so this screening remove large object like rugs, wood pieces, sticks, stones, cans, polythene, etc. Okay, it is very necessary to remove these objects as they may damage the equipment used in water treatment plant. They are kind of very big now. They can be separated with the help of these bars. Okay, now next step after screening is grit and sand removal tank. This is the grit and sand removal tank. Okay, this is what grit and sand removal tank. After screening, the water is then allowed to go into grit and sand removal tank. Here, the speed of incoming water is controlled carefully. This allows the grit, sand and stone and other heavy object which has crossed through the screening to settle down at bottom, because these substances are kind of heavy. They can easily get settled down at the bottom, right? Now next, after treatment over here, the next place where the water is sent is sedimentation tank. It is sedimentation tank. Water is now allowed to pass into larger tank called sedimentation tank. Okay, these tanks are large enough that organic solid material like feces sink slowly in the bottom, and material like grease and oil which are lighter in weight density, they will float on the surface, and if they are floating on the surface they will skimmed off. Okay, the organic solid material collected at the bottom of the sedimentation tank is now called sludged. Okay, what is sludged? The organic waste which is settled down at the bottom of sedimentation tank is called sludge, because we have already removed all the grease and all. So it is what? It is the small particles which can be settled down, but over there in grit sand removal tank they were not able to settle. Okay, with the help of a scraper we continuously remove it. The sludge collected is sent to a separated tank which is known as digester. Digester is a place where these sludge are decomposed by anaerobic bacteria, and over here biogas is formed. Okay, this the biogas is released in this process, and the water is now containing a clarified water. Okay, now the water, from water we has removed the bigger particles, bigger substances. We have removed grit and sand. We have also removed the sludge. Now the water is what? A clarified water. Okay, now before we proceed, just understand what is biogas. Biogas is a mixture of four gas: methane, hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and hydrogen sulfide. It is a very good fuel. It is used as a fuel for cooking purposes and all. Okay, now next process is, after this the water, clarified water is sent for aeration tank. You can see this is aeration tank. Okay, the clarified water passed into aeration tank. Aeration tank contain a lot of aerobic bacteria which respire in the presence of oxygen are known as aerobic bacteria. This bacteria grow and consume organic matter like human and animal waste, soap, detergent, and convert them into carbon dioxide. Okay, these bacteria do what? They completely decompose the rest of the organic matter present in it. Okay, and they convert it into carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is a gas which can easily be removed from over here. This takes several hours. Okay, the suspended microbe settle down at the bottom as activated sludge. Water is removed from the top slowly, okay, and safely discharged into the river or lake. Sometime before discharging, the bacteria or microbes that has grown inside the water, the aerobic bacteria, these are also kind of dangerous when passed through the pond, so they can be disinfected. Okay, we can disinfect this water to reduce the number of harmful microorganisms from the water. Okay, this can be done with the help of chlorine or ozone. Both of them can kill the bacteria. Okay, now see over here. Eucalyptus tree should be grown along the sewage pond. These trees absorb surplus water, wastewater quickly and release pure water in the form of water vapor in the atmosphere. Means it is also helpful in purifying the water. Now next is need to treat the wastewater. Why do we need to treat the wastewater? We have talked about up to treatment of wastewater. How we are going to do it? We have passed the wastewater through screening, then great tank, then sedimentation tank, then aeration tank. Then after this we have disinfect the water. Okay, so what is the need to treat the wastewater? Wastewater is also a water which is produced by our home or industry, and it is containing lots of waste which can be treated, and these water can be returned back to the pond or environment. Okay, now wastewater treatment is important as it is interrelated with the other uses of water. It refers to caring for our environment, for our own health. Clean water is not only important for human, but also is a critical to plant and animal that live in water, because in dirty water, in polluted water, they will not survive, they will die. Okay, so we need to clean the water properly so that they can at least live properly. Dirty water carry disease causing germ which may be harmful for all kind of life form. We know that some of the people are still taking the water from the water body to drink. Okay, and if the water is contaminated, if it is having lots of waste in it, what will happen? Huh? They will they may fall ill. In this way it is very dangerous for them as well. Now next is an alternative method of sewage disposal. Okay, an alternative method of sewage disposal is septic tank. You can see this is the septic tank. Many people in our country still do not have access to proper sanitation facility. In villages, lots of villages, there is no proper sanitation facility. Okay, therefore, defecation is very common over there. They defecate near railway track, in open field, and open drain and riverbed, etc. Open defecation is a serious threat to health, as human excreta always carry large number of disease causing germs. When people defecate in open, flies feed on the excreta. These flies carry small amount of excreta in their feet and body, and when they touch food, the germs in the excreta passed on the food. Even the small portion of the excreta which was attached to their legs, they can also be get passed. Open defecation may lead to waterborne disease like typhoid, hepatitis A, dysentery, cholera, diarrhea, etc. In such places where sewage treatment plants are not accessible, alternative methods for sewage disposal are used. One of the such method is septic system. You can see over here, it is septic system. Okay, a septic system is highly efficient underground wastewater treatment. Septic systems are less expensive than sewer system. Septic system uses a natural process to treat the wastewater. There are a number of different septic systems, each with its own design. The two main part of the septic system are a septic tank and a drain field. In a septic tank, anaerobic bacteria decomposes the waste and discharge into the tank. Okay, septic tank, what happened in septic tank? Anaerobic bacteria decomposes the waste material and discharge into the tanks. Now see over here. Okay, it is discharged into drain tank, and from drain tank it gets drained away. Now over here, be an active citizen. Jessica missed her van for school. She had to walk down to her school. On her way, she passed through a street which was stinking. The street has open drains. She covered her nose with a handkerchief to keep away from the foul smell. The drain was overflowing with dirty water containing household waste, plastic, used paper, etc. Mosquito and flies are also all over the places. She even saw children defecating in the open. The sight was disgusting. Jessica decided to do something about the situation. She spoke to her teacher in the school. The teacher advised her to approach the municipality. Along with her friends, she approaches the concerned authorities. Soon, the drain were covered. Hygienic condition prevailed in the street. You can be an active citizen too. We all should do our bits to avoid wastage and contamination of water. Yes, she was an active citizen and you must become one too, right? Now, over here, reducing water contamination is the next topic. Okay, water is said to be contaminated or polluted when certain harmful substances get added to it, which may change the quality of water and make it unsuitable. It make the water unfit for drinking and other uses as well. So, substances that pollute the water are called water pollutant. Okay, substances that pollute the water are called water pollutant. Our everyday household product or activities are the major cause of contamination of water. We must be careful while disposing of the waste product of our houses. Here are some methods that can be adopted by us to reduce water contamination. Okay, first, at homes. What can we do at home? Okay, hazardous household products should be disposed of properly. Many household chemicals like paint, motor oil, cleaning liquid, insecticide, etc. should not be allowed to go down into the drain as they are very toxic. Therefore, the harmful substances should be avoided to be mixed into the water. Okay, these are harmful for both humans and microorganisms as well. Okay, second point, use oil or fat should not be thrown into drain. Used oil and fat should not be poured into sink. If allowed to go down the drain, they may choke the pipes. That is why it should be avoided. Next is dispose of non-biodegradable product safely. We should never flush non-biodegradable product like plastic bag or diapers down the toilet. They can be this can lead to the damage of sewer system plant. Okay, sewage system plant can get damaged because these substances are not biodegradable in nature. They will choke the pipes. Now next is use flush with low capacity. Okay, ultra low capacity flush should be used so that less amount of water can be used. Okay, now leaking sewage pipes should be fixed immediately as they contaminated drinking water. Whenever the sewer pipe is having leakage, what will happen? The leakage will rush into downward direction into the underground water, and obviously it will contaminate the water. And just think about it that we are drinking the water extracted from the groundwater, so it will be very dangerous situation. Next is vermicomposting toilet. Vermicomposting is a new method of disposing of human excreta safely. In this type of toilet, red worm are used to convert human excreta into compost, which is good manure for plant. Vermicomposting, it means what? When we are using the red worm to compost, it is called vermicomposting. So over here we are also using the red earthworm to decompose the waste material. Okay, this toilet uses very less amount of water and hence product very less or no sewage. The treatment of human excreta with red worm is fast, odor free and pathogen free. Pathogens are what? Disease causing germs. So if we are treating the human excreta with red worm, what will happen? It is odor free and it is pathogen free. The red worm prevent problem by killing the anaerobes and pathogens which produce foul smell. So it is a good method. Now next is, how can we reduce the amount of wastage of water or pollution of water in our lawn or garden? First, use manure or compost. Chemical fertilizer may reach to the water body which is present in the nearby area, therefore causing harm to the aquatic life. Hence, the use of manure and compost should be encouraged. Manure also help in retaining the soil fertility. Means what? If we are using chemical fertilizers and all, excess amount of fertilizer will washed away along with the rainwater, and they may be possible with the irrigated water, they will get sink down into the bottom of the soil, and in this way they will pollute the underground water as well as the water of the nearby water body. In this condition, what will happen? If we will consume that kind of water, may fall ill. So manure is the best thing to use. Okay, next is, do not overwater your lawn or garden. Plant need food. Okay, and for baking food they need water. Understood? But water they need in limited amount. They don't need extra amount of water. If you overwater your lawn or garden, the fertilizer will get dissolved in it and they will reach the ground, thus causing water contaminant. Right? Water contamination will take place, and of course this water will be drunk by us later on by when we will extract them from the underground sources, right? And then it may be result into disease. Now next is, maintain the water shortage storage tank. You have to maintain a water storage tank. Tank should be clean properly regularly at a small interval of time, so that the water can be contaminant free. Understood? Tank should be cleaned regularly to prevent water contamination. The tank which we are using, okay, in our home to store the water, it should be cleaned properly at particular interval of time. Now at public places, what can we do? You should not throw plastic bag or any other material in river, lake or any other nearby water body. You should make an effort to dispose of any rubbish or litter without harming the water body. Means you can dispose of them to properly, you can throw them into dustbin. Okay, now dispose of waste properly after fair, wedding or procession. This is very very important, because during festive season or during any ceremony, we used to just remember about enjoying the things. We do not care about disposing of the things properly, but it is also our duty to dispose of the waste material properly after this type of ceremony. Okay, this is important, as a large amount of waste is generated through these activity. If not disposed of properly, these waste may get accumulated and lead to water contaminant. Okay, if water contamination happen, the waterborne disease like cholera, dysentery, typhoid will get spread. Okay, now for your community, what can you do? You can educate your family, neighbor, friend about the way that can reduce water contamination. Second, you can help a local non-governmental organization, means NGO, or a conservation group to clean up river and street. You can also actively take part in cleaning up act in your school and locality. If you live near a sea or river or lake, your special responsibility increase. Why? Because you are living nearby the area of these water body, from many of the people are having water to drink. So you have a special responsibility to fight against water contamination. People who live nearby the water body can directly contaminate them as compared to those who live farther away. We can help in treating wastewater by conserving water. Conservation of water reduces the amount wastewater that has to be treated at the wastewater treatment plant. Okay class, so this is all about the discussion of the chapter. We have finished it. Okay, in next video we will talk about the question answers of the chapter. Until then, have a nice day everyone.